Okay, this is just a quick tutorial thing for Spudman. Now, when I usually say refer to the status screen, I'm referring to this. You can reach it by hovering over a character and pressing the X button. I don't know what you have that set to, but yeah. Go up and down and check other data. And go back and forth between characters with L and R. Okay, you can press A to check who that character is holding and their data. If you see here, I'll have Finn rescue Leaf and go into Finn's data. I press A, it goes right to Leaf, which will be useful when you start capturing enemies and you want to look at what they've got and stuff. Now then, I make this because I wish to show you about capturing. Use the catch command. Now if you notice here, it'll bring up the stat window. Now I know you don't know a whole lot about that, probably haven't looked at it too much. If you see the 71 here, this is normally without the catch command, that's my accuracy. But if I use catch, for instance, it drops down to 59. Like, all your stats drop when you try to do this command, as I mentioned before. Now, let's see if I can weaken something. Let's see, this guy, not too good. Okay, I think I can probably capture him outright with Dagda here. Maybe. Might be pushing it just a little. Yeah, it's pushing it. But yeah, you take a lot more damage as well when you're like that. Shit, what else was I wanting to... Or I need to actually capture someone to accurately show you what I was wanting to talk about. And Ag's gonna fuck up shit here, so that won't go too smoothly. Okay, I'll just wait a turn and... Oh, dicks, he didn't, Okay, now he'll should run up to Marty and attack him. Okay. Wonderful. Nice miss there, Marty. Okay. Let's weaken him with Marty. And by weaken, I mean fucking critical him. That's beautiful. Wonderful time to get a critical there, Marty. Okay. Now, use catch. Hopefully I'll take him out. Hopefully. Probably not. Okay. I should have just used Finn. Yeah. Because Finn will definitely capture him. Okay, yeah. Let's use Brave Lance and that will fucking capture him. More than likely. Yeah. Okay, after capturing someone, they'll be with you and it drops all your stats as well. It's the same thing as if you... Anytime you're holding someone or you try to capture them, this is what happens. So if I press A and take a look, I've got that stuff there that the guy Finn captured is holding. Now what you want to do here, this is like the best thing Marty's useful for anyways. Trade and then press down, select the pirate, take his stuff, and then use swap. Now Marty is holding the guy and then I can use free to get rid of him, and now Finn's stats are back up. So he doesn't have to worry about getting attacked when his stats are lowered like that. That's something you generally want to be doing because even after you capture someone, their stats will still be lowered and still be in danger if, you know, they don't have a turn to get rid of the guy themselves. So yeah. Oh yes, not sure if there's anything else I really wanted to get into. Oh yeah, weapon level you see here. You see Leaf has a C in swords. The weapon levels will go up as you use weapons. And higher weapon level means you can use weapons with higher ranks. If you press X on the top screen here, you can take a look at ranks. You see the iron sword, you see the E there. That means it has E rank. The star for the light sword means that it's a preferential weapon that is only usable by certain characters. In Leaf's case, that weapon is only usable by him. Same thing with Finn's Brave Lance, it's only usable by him. Everything else here you see. Oh yeah, Javelin is D rank. That means he needs a D rank in lances to use it. Fire Sword has B rank. So if I hand this over to someone like Leaf, he will not be able to use it. Like you see, it's in dark here. Yeah. But yeah, that goes up as you use the weapon more and more. Just keep using that weapon; it'll go up eventually. If you see down here, skill. If you press X on the screen, it'll hover over skills. Double attacks twice with Leaf. Sometimes, if it activates, Leaf will attack twice in a row. Finn has prayer, increased evasion when near death. You might want to take a look at some of the skills your guys have. It is a little bit important. She also has a double here. Auden has wrath, critical on counter. And I mentioned this is why Auden is amazing on the enemy phase. Because, well, I can go into more detail later about that. This video is looking to be a little bit long as is. Ambush. Always attacks first. That's what Haven can do. He will always attack first, even on the enemy phase. And if you give him like the Brave Axe, which attacks twice and is quite strong, Haven is a monster on the enemy phase with Ambush and the Brave Axe, pretty much. Marty is sitting at no skills because he's fucking amazing. My Marty also gained speed. I was pretty amazed by that. Dagda has Duel, which prolongs battles. You may have seen battles that are fairly long with him, for both parties, that is. Tanya has nothing, and yeah. But yeah, this is something to be wary of. Some bosses have skills too. I don't think the boss of this chapter has anything. He does not. But yeah, some bosses have some notoriously difficult skills to deal with later on. Not too much to be concerned with yet, but it's generally a pretty good idea to look at boss stats in that. Yeah, he's got 8 speed, so he's going to double anything which has 4 or less. Which Leaf actually gets slowed down, so even though he has 5 speed that you can see there, his weapons slow him down, and I can explain this later as well. So he'll actually get doubled by that boss and most likely fucked up pretty badly. Finn is sitting at a monstrous 14 speed, so he doesn't have to worry about something like that. Abel's got fucking 20. Auden has 9, so he's comfortable there, as is Haven there. Marty's gonna get fucking doubled by everything with his 1 speed. Dagda's comfortable, yeah. So that's something to be wary of in general. Like, most of the normal enemies don't have too much speed. Look, 3, 0, 3, yeah. But bosses, you might want to take a look at stuff like that. And 11 strength, that's pretty fucking high, so he's actually capable of fucking some stuff up if you're not careful. Especially if you are trying to capture him, which would have your speed and defense for that matter. So yeah, just a few things there. I don't think I could get into much else other than looking at the levels of characters. I mentioned, yeah, Finn is level 10. Granted, he starts a little bit lower than that, but yeah, Finn starts out pretty good. Avil is promoted and level 12, so you'll note that she gets almost no experience from battles and stuff. Auden still level 1 for me, but he's amazing because his stats are actually pretty good, and he has fucking Wrath, and Poogie's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Haven's good. Marty is not good because mostly because he's slow. and his skill's low, so he's not hitting much either. So he's not going to double, or he's not going to hit much. So yeah, that's pretty much Marty's biggest issue. He actually has quite a bit of HP in defense, but that's not going to save him when he's getting doubled constantly. Dagda's a level 6 promoted. That's why he has so much fucking HP and high-ass stats. But his growths are terrible in that. Tanya's got speed, but that's about it. But she'll double reliably in that. And Leaf is just kind of bad. But his growths are okay, so he can be fairly decent. So, Finn is fucking amazing, and he will continue to be amazing throughout the entire game, pretty much. Oh, a thing about weapon levels, you see the sword rank is D and it's dark. That means he can only use it when dismounted. Some other characters you'll get will be like that. They can only, like, if I dismount Finn, which I will do next turn, you'll now notice that the sword is lit up, but the lances are dark. That means, you know, you basically need to mount or dismount to use the other thing generally. Some units will be able to use some weapons in both cases, in which case you'll see something for that as well. But yeah, that's something to be wary of as well. Some characters just have different weapons when they're mounted or dismounted. It also changes his stats around a little bit. You may recall he has 14 speed when mounted, but only 12 right now. I believe it dropped some of his other stats as well. Mounted, you're generally better statistically, but you can dismount to go indoors or to avoid some weapons that, like the Horse Slayer, which just absolutely rape horses and that. So you want to dismount just to avoid taking so much damage from that and usually dying, actually. So yeah, I don't think there's anything much else to deal with. Anim down there is movement, and the number below that is fatigue. You don't need to worry too much about fatigue just yet. I will explain that when the time comes. But yeah, Anim is movement range, or movement you can do in one turn. Haven actually got a movement on level up. You didn't know what it was at the time, but yeah, that was kind of nifty. So your Haven most likely has an Anim of 7. Yeah. The star Leaf has is a movement star, which lets him move again sometimes. He has 1, so that's a 5% chance. It's 5% chance per star. Different characters have different number of stars. Finn has none in that spot. Abel has 2. Dagda has 1. And yeah, there are characters with up to 5 actually, with a nifty 25% chance to move again, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, I believe I took stuff off with Marty when I captured something with Finn. This is getting excessively long as is, so I'm probably going to stop it right here.